What is going on, people? Welcome back to the Premier League show. Welcome back to the Gameweek 35 review. This is going to be a good one, Josh? We're having a blast. We're having a blast.
We are.
We're having an absolute blast. Scousers in the mud. Arsenal are in the final for you. I mean, you should be happy with that. And yeah, man, let's get started, man. Good day, hopefully, guys. Make sure you guys sub to the channel. 6 subs to 610. Come on, 6 subs, we can easily get it. Come on, let's get to 610 before the end of the show. What's happening though, Josh? Everything all good? We all happy? We all in smiles? You know what I mean? After this,
Akevin, this stream was delayed because I fell asleep. But last night, I could hardly sleep. You know what I mean? My club's in Budapest. I never ever thought in my entire life that I would see my club in a Champions League final. And for all the stick I give Mikel Arteta, I've always said that in terms of the Champions League, I've got no problems with what he's done. Because we were never reaching the quarter-final stage when I first started watching football. When I first started watching Arsenal from the age of 9. Yeah, I mean, whatever goes on from the rest of the season, I just want to say thank you, Mikel, because you've actually got my club into a Champions League final, which is something I thought I'd never see in my entire life. Now, whether we win it is a different story. I acknowledge that we go into that final as firm underdogs. But if we end up winning this Premier League, which we'll talk about in depth on this show as it goes on, I think we have a real chance of it, regardless of who goes through tonight between PSG and Bayern. Akevin, I know you're in high spirits as well, beating your main rivals 3-2. If Chelsea weren't so bad, if the gap wasn't so big, then that defeat for Liverpool might have meant something catastrophic, but unfortunately it doesn't. Regardless, you're officially back in Europe's elite tier, and England needs you back, man. I said off stage that you haven't reached a final of the Champions League since 2011. And for the club the size of Manchester United, that is simply too long.
It is way too long.
So, you better give a good crack of it next year, mate. And you definitely need a busy summer. Because going into a season with the Champions League on the balance as well, with that squad depth, with that particular squad of players, I don't think it's going to end too well.
100% agree with you. But yeah, I'm just glad to be back in the Champions League. But my only question is, what are we going to do in the Champions League? Are we going to build for the Champions League? Are we going to... I think your camera's frozen there, by the way.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back now.
My apologies. I'm in the good room and my Wi-Fi is full, so I don't understand what happened there.
No stress, bro. I was just saying that what are we going to do in the Champions League next year? Are we going to build for the Champions League? Are we going to sign players for the Champions League? There's always going to be links to big players. Always going to be links to, rumors. So the rumors, the transfer window is fast and approaching when United are linked to big players and whatnot. It's not. I'm not saying this with arrogance. It's only really Manchester United that are really linked to these players. It's because the clicks that United get, the amount of fans that follow the news and everything. Then fans get excited, and then people start clicking on the news. So I'm not going to get too excited just yet. I'm just going to wait and see how the summer transfer window unfolds. See how it unfolds. See what we do. But anyways, we'll get to that on a different topic. Hey. I was going to start with United Liverpool. And I still want to because I just want to get it out of the way so badly. However, something massive happened yesterday night. Manchester City dropped points at Everton, which means Arsenal are now 2 points clear, pending City's game in hand, at the top of the Premier League.
Indeed.
I'll let you take it away first. I take it you're almost over. I take it you're over the moon with that result, but still 3 games to go.
Of course. Before the game, Akevin, I would have taken Manchester City dropping points in any capacity. The fact that they salvaged the 97th and equaliser doesn't change that for me. Obviously, I would have rather Everton held on and Manchester City lost. So even if we did lose a game, we'd still probably be top if Man City won their games in hand. We don't have that luxury, but the title race is firmly in our hands now. Manchester City were absolutely cruising towards 3 points, apparently, until Gehi's mistake presented Barry with the equaliser. Arsenal fan, by the way, massive help. Thank you for that. If there's anyone on Brentford's team on Saturday that want to do further damage, then I'd be very much for that. But yeah, and then the floodgates opened. Indai missed a few absolute sitters. It was very reminiscent of Son against Man City in May 2024. I don't need to explain that further, but it was a wonderful header from the corner. I can't remember who scored it. Was it Jake O'Brien? Was it Irabugan? I'm not too sure. Either way, it was an absolutely brilliant header. Donnarumma was stranded. And I see Manchester City giving Donnarumma a lot of stick. Mate, he's the best goalkeeper in the world for me, arguably. I mean, if not for him, then my club would have finished in the Champions League final at least a year ago. So, listen, I'm very... and my country would also probably have the Euros title wrapped in the bag. And Saka wouldn't have been humiliated in front of millions. So I'm very, very reluctant to criticise him in particular, but it was a big mistake to make in a game as crucial as that. And Everton, man, when you go 3-1 up, you don't allow the most dangerous striker, arguably in the world, to just run through on goal like it's the kickoff glitch. Why did you do that? That's the goal that pisses me off. I mean, Dockie's 2 goals were amazing. And there's not much you can do about that apart from close them down a bit more quickly. But in terms of a Haaland goal, that was absolute schoolboy stuff. And listen, Everton should have won that game. They created more than 3 XG, I think. Manchester City barely got above 1. But at the end of the day, that's why I'm always wary of Manchester City. That's why I still believe to this point that they will win the Premier League, mainly because Arsenal haven't got over the line yet. Manchester City, they always pull a rabbit out of a hat. And that Everton game, it looked as if they completely chucked it away, but they still salvaged something. And I know people were angry at Carragher on Sky Sports after the game for saying that Arsenal fans will be worried. And don't get me wrong, I take a point before the game without a doubt, because I thought Manchester City were going to win. But I am still nervous, of course I am. That last-minute goal, if we lose against West Ham or Burnley or Palace, and Man City win all their remaining games, the title's theirs because of that goal. Because they're only 2 points behind. And from an Arsenal perspective, you just need to win all your games. As for Everton, that pretty much put them out of the race for the European spots. I understand Everton fans aren't very happy about that. That was the 3rd game in a row they've conceded a 90th minute goal beyond injury time to seriously drop points. And I can get their frustration. But if we do finally get over the line, I do want to thank Everton Football Club. I thanked my Everton mates. I was very grateful. But if you held on, knock their goal difference back by 1 and give us a cushion to lose 1 game, maybe, then I'll be a hell of a lot more comfortable. But listen, beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers. And Manchester City drawing 3-3 like that. I mean, people were comparing it to Arsenal against Southampton 3 years ago. They were comparing it to Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, Crystal. But
yeah.
I don't know, like that isn't a good omen for them. But Pep Guardiola, to this date in his career, has never lost a league title. So for that reason, I still have them as my champions after their 4 games have been played, because we haven't got over the line yet. And let's be honest, the fact that it's got to this point is embarrassing, because we should have had this title in the bag come the Carabao Cup final, but we haven't. So.
I checked your goal difference. I was going to ask you actually, but then the goal difference is now 4. So that's a good cushion to have. Like I already said, the title would come down to goal difference. I said it a couple of shows ago. I said it could still come down to goal difference, but look, you're 2 points. You'd be 2 points ahead going. Do you know what's funny, bro? Going into the last game of the season, it could be a 2-point gap. If you win all your remaining games prior to the last game of the season, you beat West Ham. If you beat Burnley convincingly, the points could literally be within 2 going into the final day of the season. And Arsenal have never, ever been top going into the final day of the season for I don't know how many years. Like 20 years by now, haven't they?
Yeah.
So the final day of the season, you've not been going top until the last day of the season. However, this is the time for you now to do it. And I think you can go top in the last day of the season. But you must beat West Ham this weekend.
We need to beat West Ham.
Have to beat West Ham. Yeah, you need to. You need to, you have to, and you'll want to beat West Ham. Like I already said on the Champions League show last night, people who haven't checked it out, please go check it out, the Champions League show. Check out the show me and Josh did last night. It was a good discussion. I know the Arsenal game, but it was a good discussion. I said to Josh that if you guys win that game last night, which you did, your confidence will be straight through the roof for the final game, 3 games of the season. Because that'll only boost you guys like crazy going into the final. Yes, there'll be nerves here and there because you've not been there before. As a squad, I'm just saying this squad, except bar a couple players, Havertz has been there. He's been in a Champions League final. He knows how to play in the final. Let's be honest. I know you take the piss out of Kai Havertz. He's played in the final, scored in the final, won Chelsea. Right.
And without him, we wouldn't have got past Sporting in the quarters. It was his goal that got us through.
And you guys only got through by scoring 6 goals or 4 goals? It was 6 goals you scored to get to the final, which is quite you relied on your defense to get you there. So it's nothing shameful. I mean, you just need to keep teams out, and you got to the final. You know what I mean?
Funnily enough, Arsenal this season are the third team, or the third lowest scoring team to reach a final after Arsenal in 05-06 and Atletico Madrid in 15-16. I think they only scored 5 goals. I believe they only scored 5 goals in the knockout stages leading to that final. So it's happening at the end of the day, man. That Manchester City result is massive. But that Doku goal could rescue them come the end of the season. Could do. It doesn't look likely, but it could. At the end of the day, this is Pep Guardiola. This is the all-dominant Manchester City side. Write them off at your own peril. That's why you need to run away with the league title. Run away with it. And we failed to do that. And we put ourselves in a really awkward position. We need to beat West Ham. We need to beat Burnley. If we win those 2 games, I believe we've done it. But if Manchester City, as you say, win their 3 games, goes to the last game of the season, and provided they haven't stacked up that goal difference yet, maybe we'll have to play for a draw, as Arteta would want it, against a rotated Palace side who are likely going to be in the Conference League final.
No, but like I said, I mean, your confidence should be with that Champions League win last night, because you'll want to. Not only that, even if you weren't in the title race anymore, you'd want to win those 3 games for momentum purposes.
Yes,
you'd want to win those 3 games for the momentum purposes, and this is going to help you so much. No matter who you face, this is going to help you. Like you winning these next 3 games. Okay, I'll say this: if you get over West Ham, I think you'll win the league comfortably. I think you'll easily, if you win against West Ham, you've got a free run to the title, man. You've got Burnley at home. They're already relegated. They're gone. Nothing to play for.
Yeah. So was Southampton in April 2023. You know, I'm not taking anything for granted. I do believe, if we do beat West Ham and Burnley, I think we've won the league. But that's a big if. That's a hell of a big if.
Palace have nothing to play for. You've got a good record away at Palace. I think you're right.
Don't forget Manchester City on the FA Cup final as well. So provided they win that against a poor Chelsea outfit, that is a big confidence fucking surge as well. A big adrenaline rush. And if they're level on points with us come the final game of the season, at home to Villa's Emery team, or Emery's Villa team, I should say, who are probably in the Europa League final, rotating, therefore going to get smashed. But, you know.
They're 1-0 down Forest. They're 1-0 down against Forest right now, so I wouldn't guarantee anything yet.
Well, Villa Park is a crazy atmosphere. So, listen, we just need to beat West Ham and Burnley. If we beat West Ham and Burnley, then I believe we've done it. But West Ham is going to be a proper dogfight. a real dogfight. And
Sure.
Burnley, listen, Southampton 3 seasons ago, they were already relegated. They completely screwed us up. 3-3 draw. We should have lost that game. You know, I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm just taking it one step at a time. If we do get over the line with this league title, I think that boosts our chances of winning the Champions League final, whether it's against PSG or Bayern, by a long shot. Still won't make us favourites, but that momentum and that confidence, absolutely critical. Big up, don't pass back. I completely agree with the name.
Games have not passed back so much. Excellent. No, but it's true though. I mean, Eze is the one that drives the ball forward for you guys, so it kind of helps you in a way, doesn't it?
I thought it was our worst player against Atletico, personally.
But
I thought when Erdegaard came on, he actually gave us a measure of control that we desperately needed, because Atletico Madrid was starting to build a bit of momentum. But yeah, we're going to need Eze fit for that final. It was an absolute bummer that he wasn't fit for the Carabao Cup final, because you know he would have come up with something special. You see, even the game at the Etihad, before he got nonsensically subbed off for no good reason, he hit the inside of the post, and if not for, a millimetre, I suppose, we would have been 2-1 up and probably would have held on. But yeah, we need him fit for that Champions League final. We need him fit for his last 3 games, no matter how poor he was against Atletico Madrid last night.
Big up, Arian.
And yeah, man. Yeah, big up, Aaron.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, you'll need to win these 3 games. I will say though, Palace away, I you have that one wrapped up. But what would be so nice? You mentioned Manchester City's FA Cup final.
Yes.
Literally, so this is Manchester City's next 4 games in a row. Yeah? They've got 5 games left of the season, right? They can't play a Champions League final, right? They've already won the Carabao Cup. They play Brentford at home on the weekend. They play Palace at home in midweek, right? They play the FA Cup final. Then they play Bournemouth away midweek. Do you know how many games and how much rotation they have to do?
That's a lot.
You know what they could just do, bro? If Manchester City drop points away at Palace, they might just give up. They might just give up the title, bro, and go for the FA Cup final instead. That's what I think they'll do.
I fucking hope so, mate.
No, because you know why? Because they're in for a cup. Like, they're gonna want to go for that cup over, going through games that might not help them win the Prem anymore. You know what I'm trying to say?
Of course.
This is just hypotheticals. If you win your next 2 games and City fail to win one of these 3 games that they have coming up in the Prem, they'll give up the title, because you've only got 3 games left, and you have a clear run to it. So I doubt that. I don't think Arsenal will bottle it this time. I really don't. This is your clearest path to the title in a very long time. When was the last time Arsenal was top after game week 36 or 37? Didn't they play like Spurs?
Not since the Invincibles. Obviously, we were top in 23-24, but City had that game in hand on the Monday night against Spurs. So
against Spurs, and then they won that.
Because we beat you lot at Old Trafford, and we needed Spurs to get something against City. Yeah, sad times for me, but for you.
Nah, I was fine. We stole the cup final from City towards the end of the season. I'm happy, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a happy guy. As long as we win trophies, I'm a happy guy. I don't need my team to be top four all the time. I just need trophies. Plus, you can get trophies first. Trophies are number 1 priority. Big up Aaron though. I think if Arsenal beat West Ham, where they'll win. Yeah, I agree. I think this is the only hurdle they need to get through. It's West Ham away, and you know why?
It's going to be a scrap.
And you know why I think Palace you'll beat? Think about this, right? Palace might have the Conference League final after they play you at home. They're home at Sellers Park, so they might want to rest their players. Think about it. they might want to sacrifice everything for that Conference League final. So they're gonna want to rest their players. So you could have a free run to the title, bro. If you beat West Ham, Burnley, and Palace, yeah, I don't see it.
You know what,
Let's
Akvin,
be
hopefully.
But you just slap Fulham 3-0 at
Yeah.
home. We'll talk about the game in a minute, but you slap Fulham at home 3-0, and I think you should be able to beat them.
Yeah, of course. And hopefully we slap our remaining opponent for our last 4 games 3-0 as well. But I just wanted to say quickly, Akvin, I'm hoping that if we are to win this league title, please, it will be at home to Burnley in front of our home fans. Yeah, I want it to be that. I mean, like people. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I understand, but you know, winning our first league title in 22 years at Selhurst Park, or you know, that doesn't sound too good, does it? Or I mean, if City win, if City, you know, drop points in another game that confirms us as champions, that's that's okay. Listen, at the end of the day, I just want my club to win the league, but I feel like if it was lifted at the Emirates, confirmed at the Emirates,
that'd be
after
nice.
our game against Burnley, that will finally prove after 20 years that the stadium move's been worth it. You know, if we had big ears on top of that, oh my word! But listen, I'm not getting ahead of myself. We just need to focus on West Ham, get 3 points there, and I think we're in the home run if we do that.
Yeah.
But look, there's still probably twists and turns in this title race, and yeah, man, I'm not looking forward to it. I've got to admit.
No, I think like I said, hypotheticals. Only way it happens is if Man City drop points away at Bournemouth, which I think is very, very possible. Because
they'll beat Brentford. They'll beat Palace.
I don't know. I don't know about Palace. Actually, no. Palace, I do know. I think they'll beat them. Because Palace, wait, are they playing the Europa Conference League semi-final tomorrow night? Isn't it? Let me check if Palace are winning in that game.
Yeah, they are. They're beating Shakhtar 3-1 away from home. Their second leg is at home.
They'll go to the final, bro. I don't see any reason why they're not going to go to the final from that rate. If they bottle it, then wow. They might as well just let go of Glasner on the spot instead of letting him walk free at the end of the season, even though he's going to leave. You know what I mean? But like I said, I think Palace last game of the season, they're gonna wanna they're gonna want to rest their players for the final if they do seal it, if they do wrap it up tomorrow night, and then obviously Nottingham Forest playing Villa tomorrow as well, which will be fun to watch hopefully. So like I said, I think if you get over West Ham, you'll have a free run to the title. No reason not to. City drop any of these points, you'll have it wrapped up at home against Burnley, and then you'll be able to lift the trophy for your own fans, which will be very, very nice to watch. Obviously, for me, I'd rather Arsenal win than Man City. I've said this many, many times on my shows. I prefer Arsenal over City. As a United fan, I don't want my neighbours to win the league. I've been very clear about my stance for a very long time. People can say whatever they like. As my personal preference would be Arsenal. You know. So yeah, as Josh mentioned, that Burnley, there's absolutely no pressure on them at all.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's true, but then again, like they're not gonna beat you though.
I understand they're shit, but so was Southampton 3 years ago.
Yeah, but then the thing is with Southampton is before the Southampton game, you guys were already cracking under pressure. Do you remember the Anfield game that you dropped points when you're being 2-0 up? West Ham being 2-0 up and you drop points.
Yeah, it wasn't the game at Anfield that cost us the league. It was West Ham for me.
Yeah, but now you're actually winning games prior to the Burnley game, so I don't see you guys dropping points. Like you're actually winning your games.
If we beat West Ham.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, your run of form going into the final games of the season is so much better than your most recent title run, because you lost to Villa, right? With your final 3 games of the season left, you only need to win 2 more, in my opinion. You win the league. I think you'll beat Palace away, comfortable.
Like I said yesterday, if we beat West Ham, Burnley, I think we've done it. But of course, mathematically, if City have won all 3 of their games leading up to the final day, the gap's still only 2 points, even if we do win both those games. So.
Yeah, West Ham need it though.
No, just please, just win this league title and put in a fucking good performance in Budapest, all right? Yeah, Champions League. I'm desperate to win it, But I understand that we're not the favourites. Just put in a bloody good performance and leave no regrets out on that pitch, regardless of the outcome. That's all I want. Just make the club proud, because you have made the club proud. It's only the second time we've ever qualified for a Champions League final. I never thought I'd ever see my club in the biggest game in club football ever again since I was a year old. So thank you guys. Please just make the most of the opportunity that you've got before you, because you've finished second far too many times. You've been runners up far too many times. Just for once, please, just give us a good day. Come on.
I hear it. But yeah, like I said, West Ham will need it, because West Ham. What's funny is, like I said before, West Ham could relegate Spurs and win and hand you the title, hand you your second place, like just like that. But then again, I think you'll have it. I think West Ham's your toughest game. I think this is your biggest game right now. So far, this is your biggest game of the season, in my personal opinion.
Champions League means nothing. It's all on West Ham. Just do whatever you can to get those 3 points.
It'll mean something later down the line when you get over the hump. You know what I'm trying to say?
If
I think you should be. Because then again, I personally don't see City winning away at Bournemouth. I don't see City winning away at Bournemouth, bro. Because the problem is with me, like, I just don't see Man City, like, the problem with the Man City is they have new players that haven't been there yet. They haven't been through that pressure yet. They've not been through the pressure of winning a league. Obviously, they won a cup final. They just won a cup final recently, but then Semenyo has not been in the title race before. Guehi has not been in the title race before. Cherki has not been in the title race before. Who else am I missing? Doku has. Doku won the league with City. I think the players that I'm missing, the City just signed. Donnarumma just won the treble and the quad, but he just won the quad.
That entire City squads have got a Carabao Cup medal around their necks. Nice one, lads.
The title is not done yet. Like, they've not been through a title race. You get what I'm trying to say? Going through a title race, having to handle the pressure of playing many games, having to withstand the pressure of, going on a run of games to win the league. They've not been through that pressure yet. Some of these players are young and inexperienced. Pep's the experienced guy. Rodri's experienced. Bernardo Silva is experienced. Haaland's experienced. Diaz is experienced. Donnarumma's experienced with PSG. Won the Champions League. Won everything. But the keepers doesn't matter for me. It's more the outfield players, and some of their outfield players have not been through it before. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is your best opportunity, in my opinion, in your life to win the league. This is the best opportunity Arsenal have in the history of their club to go and win the league. Because let's be honest, I know you were top in 1999, but then not you went top. Sorry, but you had the chance to win the league. But United ended up stopping Arsenal from the league because we won the league, right? Yeah, this is.
Listen, we're 4 wins away from. From something that only Manchester clubs have done in the Premier League era. Now, I'm hoping this turns out like Manchester United 07-08. I would be perfectly content if this ended up like Manchester United 10-11. I don't want this to become Bayer Leverkusen 2002. Please don't. Yeah. The dream is United 07-08. The please get it over the line is Manchester United 10-11. And I am going to be a body in the Thames is the Bayer Leverkusen 2002. But yeah, man.
Speaking of 10-11, Josh, I'm repping the 10-11 shirt right now. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
10-11. Yeah,
bro, such a big opportunity. Please don't let it slip. Please don't.
Don't say that.
Please, at least bring the Prem home.
Don't say that. I promise you don't want to say that.
Say what?
What you just
Well,
said just now,
please.
a certain midfielder said it and he slipped. So I'm not gonna let you say
Oh, shitting hell. Oh, God.
it.
Oh, no. Oh, Rob, just please beat West Ham, beat Burnley, and I think that's
I'm
us
not letting you say that.
home run.
I'm not letting you say that. I'm not.
I did not say this does not. I said please don't let.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
big
still
big difference.
it's still
Football gods. If you not hear it, like, please, at least bring home the Premier League, please.
nah,
Fucking.
but I hear like I said, all you need to do is get over West Ham. I think you would. So yeah. But anyways, we've spoken a lot on the Arsenal game. The Man City. Okay, speak about the Fulham game real quick, and then we'll go on to the next games.
Yeah, Fulham game. We played extremely well. I mean, we've missed that type of performance for the last 10 months of the season. Funnily enough, I don't understand what's taking them so long to play Lewis Skelly in midfield, but I mean, at least he's doing it now. Hopefully, he sticks that way against West Ham as well. I think we need Calafiori to start. We need Miles Lewis Skelly to start in midfield. I was shocked that he started Lewis Skelly, but he played very well, and we played very well. I would have liked us to go for more goals in the second half to make goal difference less of a factor, but we decided not to concede instead, which I guess is fine, but you never know what's going to happen, so you might as well try and go for as many goals as possible while keeping your defence intact. But yeah, I mean, that Fulham game, it's all you can ask for, really. I was rather surprised that we played that well at this stage of the season, considering what was at stake. But yeah, now, like I say, it's on to West Ham, and please win that.
Victor Gyökeres is finally, bagging in goals for you guys at the right time. You need him to get going, and he's scoring the goals, and he's playing.
He plays really well.
He's playing like a proper number 9 as well. You need that number 9 to turn up. You know what I'm trying to say? Because over the years, you've had number 9s that have not turned up in your push to win the league. You never really had that true number 9. You've always had Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard playing as the 10s, but you've never really had that natural number 9, that proper number 9 that Arsenal were missing, especially in that 2010. Sorry, not 2010. 20 what's it called? What was it 2023 team that you had? You didn't have a striker. Excuse me. I don't remember who your striker was at the time. It was Trossard, wasn't
it? What season?
2023. 22-23 season.
22-23. It was Jesus, but he was injured. Then it was Nketiah, and then it was Trossard up front before Jesus came in.
That was the best version of Gabriel Jesus, in my opinion. Like, he was hard carrying Arsenal at the start of the season, and then your role players took a step up. Even last night, Gyökeres played a part in Arsenal getting the goal against Atleti. Yep. Obviously, I didn't watch the game. I fell asleep, but I'm gonna watch that very, very soon. But I can tell Gyökeres is starting to exactly.
Well, you do your fair. So you've got me triggering a yawn as well. That's those are called minerals, and hopefully he's going to win his third league title on the bounce in his career. And considering all the stick he got, considering all the stick he continues to get, what a way that would be to rub it in your rivals' faces.
100%, bro. 100%. But guys, make sure you guys subscribe to Josh's channel. The link's pinned in the chat, people. Go subscribe to him, and let's get to 50 subs. Big up to you, bro. And
thank you very much.
6 subs to 610 on this channel, guys. Come on, let's get there very soon. Let's get there by the end of the show. But any last thoughts on the Arsenal title race before we go on to the next game, or you wanna just
beat West Ham and go from there? Just beat West Ham. 95 minutes, fucking slap them like you have done the last 2 times you visited that London stadium.
Previews on
Do
Friday.
that again.
Stay tuned for that. Premier League previews on Friday. It's just a recap of the last week because the last week ended quite late. So we might as well just review everything now, because obviously we had to do the Champions League show and everything, so we didn't really have time to do the Prem show. However, we're live now, so if you are enjoying this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Anyways, let's go to the next game. There's only one place to go to next, shall we? Old
Take it away.
United 3, the Scouse Bin Dippers 2. We love to see it every single time, don't we? We love to see it. We absolutely love it, bro. Love beating Liverpool every single time, man. I don't care how we do it. I don't care how bad we are. I don't care how bad they are. Beating your biggest rivals on your home patch or on their patch is always the best feeling. And we got the job done. We got the win. We got the 3 points. We secured Champions League. That's all we needed to do on the weekend. That's all we had to do. That's all the 3 points. And I know it was a nervy one. It shouldn't have been a nervy one. We gifted them the 2 goals. We gifted them the 2 goals. Let's be real. They didn't deserve anything. We handed them the ball. We gave them the ball to score those 2 goals. It wasn't for Bruno Fernandes missing his chance in the first half. This is not criticism of Bruno, by the way, people. If you're confused, it's not criticism. I'm not criticizing Bruno. Had Bruno scored the 3rd goal in the first half, had Sisco scored one of his other chances as well, we could have had the game wrapped up in the first half. We could have been 4-0 up in the first half and could have gone into the second half slapping them 7-0, which would have been lovely. After what they did to us a few years ago, that would have been nice. But it's okay. Kobe Mainoo silences Ruben Amorim once again. We love to see it. Kobe Mainoo is a genius, man. It's just when you watch him play, he's just such a tidy player, you know. And he gets the winner against Liverpool. You know so good, Josh. It's like he just signed his contract as well before scoring the winning goal. Literally just signed his contract a few days before the game. Signed, sealed, delivered. That's literally the message. Signed, sealed, delivered. Handed Liverpool the loss. 3-2 United. The victory is ours. 3 points is ours. And now we're 6 points clear in the final 3 games of the season. Let's just go wrap it up now. Wrap up 3rd place. Get 73 points, and that'd be nice. Just final 3 games to go. Sunderland away in the weekend. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the last 3 games of the season. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to every game now. That's the thing with United. I'm going to a lot of these games confident that we're going to win. That factor is slowly starting to come back, and I hope we can transcend it the next season in the Premier League. We have the squad to play in the Premier League, but it's about all comps. Can we do that? Can we do that on all comps? We shall see. I mean, we've got the Champions League next season. Can we improve our squad size and squad depth? We'll see. We have a decent squad already there. We have a good core of players already there, but it's just, can we build around it? You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what the future. That's just what I'm enjoying right now, bro. And I'm just happy seeing what I'm seeing right now at United. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And beating Liverpool, hey, what better can I ask to end off the season? You know, beating your biggest rivals at your own patch. And let me just say this one thing, and I don't want to divert away from the happiness and whatnot, but there were some United fans leaving Old Trafford singing a very, very disgusting, chanting a very disgusting song or something that regarding Liverpool, and I don't condone that one bit. And I do not condone all that stuff. Yeah, it's awful. And there's a time and place for respect. There's a time and place for football to come together and pay their respects, because it's not ever nice to hear, you know, people chanting about tragic or chanting about songs that, you know, are gonna, you know, that's affecting others. The United fans were literally chanting "Bye Bye Jota" or something, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, there's a time and place for things. Like, you don't go over the top and sing songs like that. It's disgusting. I know you're jubilant about being your biggest rivals, but I don't claim you as United fans no more. I don't claim them as Man United fans. They're not real Man United fans. They're not real football fans. And those people shouldn't even have to go to a game ever again. They don't have a place in the seats at Old Trafford. They don't have a place in the seats for anywhere really. They don't deserve to go to the games. And name and shame them while you can, people, because it's disgusting. It's disgusting. You can't be singing songs like that about Jota, man. And big up to Man United for agreeing to clap for Jota in the 20th minute, because I didn't really hear the claps, but if the claps went on, I'm big up to them. Big up to everyone that clapped, because never nice to see a football club lose a player like that in the midst of after winning the league, even though it's our biggest rivals, still gotta pay your respects and still gotta pay your, still gotta pay your respects to them as it is, because, like I said, death is no joke. It's no joke, and yeah, don't if you're a United fan and you plan on singing that song ever again, don't bother going to football. It's just not it's not a place for you. It's not a place for you. You don't belong outside. You simply don't belong outside. You don't deserve to show your face outside. Stay at home. And just don't leave your house. It's disgusting. We don't need to hear that stuff we don't need to hear the stuff at stadiums. We don't need to hear the stuff at football grounds, anywhere really. So yeah, man. 100%, bro. Exactly. They clapped for Ronaldo's child in 20. I was like, I was happy. As a United fan, I felt, how would you say it? There's a sense of respect, and respect to Liverpool fans for that as well, because that's what they did.
Beyond the hatreds, beyond the rivalry. I mean, at the end of the day, you're the two biggest clubs in the country. Act accordingly. You don't make stuff like that up,
Liverpool fans, don't sing about music.
You have a duty to represent England in the right way, and you're not doing it by chanting about death or tragedy.
Yeah. United fans, don't chant about 97 or Jota.
87, 89.
Don't.
Oh, I forgot.
Not just saying the 97 for the 97 people that lost their lives. And United and Liverpool fans, don't sing about Munich, please. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth your. It's just not time and place for things like that. Keep respect on grounds, because it's just there's no reason to be singing about tragic death and everything like that. It's awful. So that's just my message to all football fans that are going to games. Do not be singing about death. Do not be singing about people are how do you put it to words? It's I just can't fathom it, bro. But regardless, banter is fine, but just don't use death as banter. It's not right. But
no, it isn't.
Anyways, my point is, it's always good to beat your rivals. Always nice to beat Liverpool. Like, at the end of the day, like, you always want to win these type of games. High voltage games, because it is a high voltage game. United Liverpool is always a rivalry. Both sides hate each other. We hate them, they hate us. So, like I said, I mean, Liverpool fans complaining about stuff that's going on with the referees and everything. By the way, Darren Ing was a disgrace. He was an absolute disgrace of a ref in that day. I don't know if you watched the game, but he was horrible, bro. He was absolutely dreadful. Like, let's just be real. Do you remember that Bruno Fernandes counter that could have been a counter attack, but the referee literally blocked him from running into the ball? And I
swear Bruno ran into him.
No, it should have been a drop ball. That's what I think it should have been. It should have been a drop ball. I'll go as far as say it should have been a drop ball. But you know what? Whatever. And before them saying Sesko was a handball, bro, they missed the penalty call literally seconds before Sesko scored. Sesko got pulled down in the box before the goal. So we can pull it back if you want, but then we'll get the penalty from it, because we literally the ref literally missed that penalty, and then Sesko scored seconds later. So it literally, it didn't even hit his fingers, like barely even touched his fingers. You know what I'm trying to say? The ball, it never touched.
Of course, I don't know if it did hit his fingers. If it did, that should have been disallowed. I mean, those are the rules of football. I didn't think they did. If they have, that should have been disallowed. I've got to be honest.
No, of course, if it did.
I mean, Manchester United came out for the second half looking neutered, and Liverpool got back into it. 13 points of Boswell was on my bench, unfortunately. Got a goal and an assist. I knew Liverpool wouldn't win, bro, because you haven't lost at Old Trafford when leading at half time since May 1984. And that was against Ipswich, which is rather strange. You would think that if there's one team to break that record, it will be Liverpool, but obviously not. Obviously not, Akevin. And yeah, you were never losing that. And when Kobe Mainoo scored, I just thought, you know what, fair play. You know, what else? What else can you say? I mean, for whatever reason, Amarim wouldn't play him, which was absolutely ludicrous to think about. And you're reaping the rewards now. He's a Carrington graduate. And the history of Manchester United glorifies players like him because he's from your academy. What else can you say? He turned up for you in the cup final. There's no doubt that he should be starting for United week in, week out. You know, you get so much joy from seeing academy players like Kobe Mainoo like shine so brightly, whether it's in the cup final or scoring goals against your main rivals. I mean, look at me, for example. I mean, academy graduate, scored for goal to qualify us for our first Champions League final in 20 years. Another academy graduate was playing in midfield. You know, like those moments are special, you know. And when you have such a deep connection to your club like we do, it makes it feel all the better, doesn't it? So, fair play to Kobe Mainoo. And unlucky to Rio as well, because Rio Ngamoa, I mean, because he was Liverpool's bright spark when they came on. He should have started, I think. And for whatever reason, he didn't.
I got nervous when he came on. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I got really nervous when he was on the ball. Bless you. When he came on, it was literally, bro. And when he cut inside, I was like, oh shit. And then he dragged the ball wide. I'm like, no, I'm relieved because he's a good player.
Just wide.
Tricky little winger, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know he dribbled the ball out, but he's like one of those touch and go wingers. I'm trying to say, like,
yeah,
he's a good little player. I'm not gonna lie to you. And Gamoa is gonna be a problem for years to come. And I think he'll definitely start in the England squad in years, but that takes time, obviously. That could take time, so I wouldn't get ahead of myself. But big up to him, man. He's a decent little player. And Chiesa, man, another player, man. Chiesa started as well. Like Chiesa came off the bench. Well, I'm like, oh yeah, Chiesa. But I think he should have started, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Chiesa should have started. Chiesa is actually a good player. Like people don't look at Chiesa because he doesn't play enough. But if you've seen Chiesa for Liverpool recently, he scored nearly pretty much every single time he plays. But the guy is a good goal scoring outlet. But Arne Slot for some reason just doesn't like him. He must be regretting signing for Liverpool like right now. He must regret signing for Liverpool so bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. He must regret it so much.
Well, who's this? Sorry.
No, I'm just saying there could have been better other options out there. But sorry, continue.
No. I was just saying, you know, Rio was good when he came on. Casemiro was opening up space in that second half. Luckily, it didn't cost you too much because you eventually got 3 points.
2 more games.
Yeah, what can you say? 5-goal thriller between the two biggest clubs in the country. There's nothing else you can complain about. And luckily for you, it fell your way. That's your first double over Liverpool in 10 years. Long time coming. And you made it hard for yourselves, but you eventually done it. So fair play.
Can I just say thank you so much, Arsenal, as well, for aid in heaven. Because that kid, bro, I'm not going to lie to you, he's starting to win me now. I'm trying to say that was a performance and a half from Aiden Heaven because I truly enjoyed the physicality that he brought to this team. He brings to this team. He has that physicality in him, and I appreciate the way he plays because it's just the presence of him being in the box. Like you have that physical defender there, so we can definitely utilize Aiden Heaven for years to come. So he's definitely in that squad. He's definitely in the top 3 center backs for next season. Already for me next season. I think we already have 3 center backs going into next season. I think potentially, Lisandro Martinez is going to be there next season. So you probably rotate with him. Yeah, I was just thinking. Yeah, Martinez is back next game, and Heavens played well in his absence, and you have to give Heaven, you have to give Heaven credit. Can't even talk. Sorry, you have to give Heaven credit because in Martinez's absence, who do you think would play instead of his place? In his place, like, he just wouldn't play anyone else but Aiden Heaven, and he stepped up to the task. So credit to Aiden Heaven, man. 1 million we signed him for, absolute steal. Plays like a starting center back in the Premier League, and he is the starting center back in the Premier League because he's playing for United. So credit to him, and credit to the players. Played well, got the win. There's a few concerns over a couple players that I will speak about, but that's on the United show, so stay tuned to that.
Yeah.
It's Mbumo and Ahmad. These two players are worrying me a little bit because they're not really getting the output that they should be getting. Ahmad's only scored 2 goals this season, and Mbumo's not scored a goal since Arsenal away. That worries me a little bit. So yeah, man, he has to get off the mark soon. But there's no more pressure left. 3 games of the season to go. Sunderland away. I expect us to win that one. I mean, we'll talk about that on the Premier League show, but and our Red Pod on Friday as well. So stay tuned to that, people. So yeah, man, no pressure. We've already secured Champions League 3rd place. It's up for grabs now. I guess we just have to get 3rd place and end the season off with 70 points. End off with 70 plus points, and I'll be happy. So listen, all in all, I'll take it, man. It's been a good little Premier League season, but wish we capped it off with a trophy because it'd have been nice to qualify for Champions League and win a trophy. All of a sudden, and yeah, we just had to win one more trophy. But listen, we're not always going to win, but we have to next season. Going into next season, I'm expecting something next season. We have to win something. But it'd be nice to have won something this season to end it off, like an FA Cup or something, or would have won a League Cup or something. That'd be nice. A little trophy, just to cap the season off. Because at least we can celebrate something at the end of the season. Because I'm not really going to celebrate finishing 3rd place. Like that's not me. Like who I am. I don't celebrate finishing like in a place where it doesn't guarantee you a silverware. But for me, like I said, just personally, just doing well, keep it up, and win the final 3 games of the season, and just end it off there. Not a fan of Ineos, but pick up Jason Wilcox. I don't really like him personally. He's not the guy that I think he should be running Man United, but I mean, good signing still though. Good signing, and then yeah, Sesko off the mark again. Bruno Fernandes yet to get his 20th assist. Be nice to get it away at Sunderland away. So it'd be nice to get it at Sunderland away, and at least if you're not going to break the record, equal it. You've come this far. You're literally 1 assist away from tying it. At least tie it. If you're not going to break it, at least tie it. You know what I mean? There's no point in like coming this far and not getting that and not getting to that number. So let's get 20 at least. 20 assists for Bruno and just cap it off. So yeah, man. Credit to the players. Credit to Carrick, and yeah, Liverpool in the mud. We love it. We love to see it. We absolutely love to see it. Anyways, we've spoken about that. We can go on to the next game now. Let me have a look. Which are the games that we can talk about? Ahmad says he likes playing at the stadium. He likes it. We turn to come back against. He's also always on loan. Listen, we'll see.
Leeds, that was a great win against Burnley. Of course, obviously they're already relegated, but they're away from the drop. Like the Premier League needs Leeds, the English football top division needs Leeds. I know you object to that, but they do.
It's fine. I don't care. I want to beat them every single season anyway, so it'd be nice.
Of course. Amazing how they won at Old Trafford, but anyway. It was a good win against Burnley. It was dominant. They were 3-0 up. I don't know if you watched the game. It was on Friday night.
No,
I decided against it.
I wasn't home Friday night.
No, fair enough.
No, sorry, I was home, but I didn't watch it.
Now, Brentford beating West Ham 3-0.
Yeah.
I mean, that is huge for the relegation race. That is Brentford fighting for European places as well.
Yes.
I mean, what else can we say about that? Fair play to Keith Andrews. I mean, in a Premier League season that is so defined by set pieces, dead ball specialists, and marginal gains, to hire a set piece coach, that seems to be the meta at the minute, and Brentford are benefiting hard. As for West Ham, listen, putting that type of performance against us, or at least to concede 3 goals against us as well, at least, and I'll be very happy. But yeah, man, I mean, they're going to want to bounce back. Hopefully they don't, but I suppose from a neutral perspective, you better hope that they will.
I mean, let's be honest, Josh. How many teams depend on Aston Villa going to the final? How many clubs are going to depend on Villa going to the final of the Europa League tomorrow night? Because let's be real, the amount of clubs that will want Villa to win, these are the clubs that could want Villa to win, right? Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton, and Chelsea, and maybe Everton. I don't see Fulham. Sunderland, I don't see them getting it. Newcastle, they're in the bottom half of the table below Sunderland, the biggest rivals with all that cash. Leeds, Palace. Palace have the Conference League, so I think they'll worry about that. Forest will try and beat Villa for the Europa League. Leeds have got nothing to play for. So really and truly, it's Everton, Chelsea, Brighton, Brentford, and Bournemouth that will be cheering for Aston Villa tomorrow night, and they finish 5th. And in order for them to get to the Champions League, Villa need to finish 5th and win that Europa League, so that 6th place, either Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton, or Chelsea or Everton could get Champions League, which is mad. If you deep it that way. Like,
you know what else is mad? There is a wasp on my arm right now. Oh my god, it's fucking massive, man. Jesus.
The bees, right?
Bro, it's a wasp, not a bee.
Oh shit! Actually.
Yeah. You go from fingers don't sting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
Is it gone?
No. Look.
Fucking hell.
Fucking massive, mate. Jesus.
Oh my. Is it
I
gone?
whacked it away. Hopefully, he pisses off. Jesus Christ. Where the fuck did that come from?
Go open the window so it goes away.
I know. Quick break, lads.
No worries, guys. Go subscribe to Josh's channel, people. If you want to see more of that content, you know what I mean. Go subscribe to Josh's channel. If you want to see a wasp on his hand again, subscribe to his channel. I don't condone that, by the way. I don't want to get
Christ above. What's the hell?
It's just mad. But yeah, subscribe to him, people. Subscribe here. Let's get to 610. But for that, Villa needs to finish 5th. Yes, he does. Yes, Villa needs to finish 5th. Yes. Villa finish 5th and win the Europa League. Then teams will try and get that 6th spot. I don't think Chelsea are getting European football the way they play up next year.
Oh no, absolutely not. I mean, they're awful. I mean, to see for a second team absolutely play them off the park.
Bro, if Fulham win and Everton win, hopefully we beat Sunderland, because I want Sunderland to win against us, right? I want to win against Sunderland, right? For Everton and Fulham win, Chelsea are down to 11th if they lose at Anfield. Think about it. That's mad. Bro, look at how tight the race is between 6th place onwards to Sunderland. The gap is 5 points with 3 games to go. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. That's gonna be really interesting. But you speak about Brentford, right? Brentford have had a really good season. I think they'll qualify for Europe for sure. They'll definitely qualify.
Hopefully so, man. I mean, people talk about the prime Barclays years and they hate teams like Brighton and Brentford and Bournemouth. At the end of the day, these teams are much easier to watch on the eye than the Boltons and the Wigans that you're so nostalgic about. And the fact that they might actually qualify for Europe, so be it. I know Bolton did, but You know,
Both Conference League, right? Or sorry, Conference League, Europa League.
they were UEFA Cup. I think they won at the Allianz. I think, or they at least I think no. I think they drew. I think they drew up the Allianz in a
I
league
think they
game
won
in
1-0.
a group phase game.
I swear they won 1-0 or something. I remember checking the score. I think they won like 1-0.
Might have done. Who knows? The UEFA Cup was a strange beast back in the day.
How is Chelsea in the cup finals beyond me? They've been a pathetic good cup run, but they've definitely had some luck with the teams they face most ever.
I'll tell you why, Aaron. It's because their cup luck has been absolutely ridiculous since COVID, to be honest. Apart from 22-23, their cup luck has been absolutely insane. I mean, what was their run? What was their run this year? It was Charlton, Hull, Wrexham, Port Vale, Leeds.
Yeah.
Really? You know, I know we had a decent cup run as well, but we've been absolutely shafted over the last 4 years.
Yeah, but don't forget we had an easy cup run as well in 2023 with the Carabao Cup.
Yes, you did.
In the first round we played Derby County, I think. We won that game 2-0. We beat Aston Villa 4-2. We beat Burnley 2-0. I remember playing Vincent Kompany's Burnley 2-0, beat them. Right? Yeah, no worries. I remember we beat Forest over 2 legs in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, and we played Newcastle in the FA Cup final. Sorry, in the Carabao Cup final, and won that one. Was it Derby? No, sorry, it wasn't Derby. It was someone else. But I remember you played. Must have been. Let me double check. I'm. How could I forget? Like, how could I get my team's cup run? Fucking hell. How can I forget it? All right, let's have a look. Yeah, it was that one. Yeah, it was that one. All right. So the cup run was.
Aston Villa, Burnley.
Aston Villa 4-2. We beat Burnley 2-0. That was our
2-0.
first game. That was our first game back post the World Cup. That Burnley game was our first game back. I remember that one. One second.
Then it was Charlton, I think.
Charlton, we won 3-0. I remember that. We won 3-0. Charlton. Forest, we won.
You beat Forest 3-0, didn't you? In the semi-finals.
5-0.
First leg.
3-0 first leg, 2-0 second leg.
Then Newcastle in the final. That was, what can I say?
We
decent
semis. We played every game at home that season, Josh. Every game at home. We never played away except for Forest because of the second.
And obviously Wembley's a neutral venue as well.
Yep. And and you know what's also funny? We didn't play away in the FA Cup as well. That same season, we had a home draw every single round in the FA Cup as well, which is crazy. And the following year, we obviously played Newport County away, and then we played Wigan away. So we played back-to-back away games, and we played the Forest away game. So we played 3 away games in a row. Then we played Liverpool at home. That was the one game we played at home in the FA Cup that season. And then we played Coventry in the semi-finals, drew 3-3 after being 3-0 up, and then won on penalties. And then you had Hoyland celebrating shamelessly in front of the United fans. And then we won the FA Cup against our biggest rivals, one of our biggest rivals, Man City. And Mainu scored that day as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, cup runs are cup runs, man. We obviously can't decide who gets to play who. That depends on the people picking the draw. That's not on us. But I'm just glad Chelsea are in the cup final over Leeds, man. I don't want to see Leeds win the FA Cup, bro. Come on, we're United fans. We don't want Leeds to win. Let's be real. I'd rather Chelsea. I would rather Chelsea. And I'm glad. I'm glad Chelsea are in the cup final. Hopefully they stop City. Hopefully they stop City as well. Imagine, bro, City could go from potentially winning the Prem and potentially winning the domestic treble again to not winning anything, to not winning the Prem or the FA Cup. Think about it. Imagine City just get away with only one trophy this season, which is the Carabao Cup, after the potential of going to a domestic treble again. Like I said, I hope you do it. I hope you do it. I hope you win the Prem, and then hopefully Chelsea win the FA Cup. Big up, my guy RSV. Big up to you, though, bro. If Chelsea do win the FA Cup, the owners will use it as some sort of justification to say they've had a very good season with paper over the cracks. Like kind of like being United decided to keep Eric Ten Hag after. We should have kept LVG then. You know what I mean? Because we kept Ten Hag, and then Ten Hag stayed, and then just made it even worse. And we should have kept LVG. But listen, Mourinho came in and did a really good job. Won us the Europa League, and I can't thank him enough for that. Yeah, even 17, bro. 17 actually had a good season this first year. He actually had a good first season at United, Garnacho. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Cup runs are cup runs, man. We can't decide. But anyway, since we're on the topic of Chelsea, we might as well talk about Chelsea 1, Brighton 3. Chelsea have scored their first goal after 2.5 months. 2.5 months, Chelsea haven't scored a goal in the Prem, and they finally got a goal back. Obviously got one chalked off because obviously Cole Palmer missed a penalty. And then obviously, what's it called? Fucking João Pedro scored like a bicycle kick to like a consolation back in the game. Like fucking hell. Chelsea 2.5 months of not scoring a goal in the Premier League is beyond me. It's beyond a joke. And they lost every game as well. How many games have Chelsea lost in a row now in the Prem?
About 6.
No, I don't think it's 6, bro. I think it's more than that.
Damn
Right,
it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, actually, no, you're right. It is 6. Obviously, I think they'll lose at Anfield as well on Saturday. Might as well just say it now. They'll probably lose at Anfield.
Well, we thought Spurs would lose at Anfield as well.
Well, Chelsea still haven't figured out the manager issues, but then again, it's the same guy that took over for McFailey. He took over at Chelsea for the City game away at the Etihad and drew 1-1, right? Same thing that Spurs did at Anfield. Bro, that point at Anfield could be actually saved them. Think about it. Bro, they're 1 point above West Ham right now. Spurs. That point at Anfield might have just saved them, potentially. Think about it.
Well, I think you find Ackerman, it's actually the win at Villa Park this game week that has saved them.
Big win.
You know?
Was it back-to-back wins in the Premier League now for Spurs? For the first time since God knows how long? They beat Wolves last week, and then now they beat Villa this week. And both away games as well.
Indeed.
Imagine they beat Leeds as well. You know what's funny, bro? Spurs could still finish like 15th or 14th. Obviously nothing to celebrate about, but that's crazy. Spurs could still finish near like the top half of the table, which they probably won't, but like, yeah, 13th or 14th is still possible for Spurs, man. They're only 6 points off Leeds. And obviously pending Palace's game in hand. But yeah, Chelsea 1, Brighton 3. I watched the game, man. Chelsea were ass. But they've been awful. They've been awful for the last few weeks. They've been awful for like 2.5 months now. You know, they obviously lost to us and they couldn't score a goal against us. We should have slapped them. This makes me think we should have slapped that Chelsea side of Stamford Bridge. 1-0 wasn't enough for me. We should have slapped them.
They've been awful since that PSG first leg. When he inexplicably dropped Sanchez.
I think that killed them, bro. That momentum must have killed them. They must have thought that losing that Champions League to PSG, because if they would have advanced, if Chelsea would have advanced to the next round, bro, their confidence would be straight to the roof right now, in my opinion, personally. But them losing that round 16 match, or was it round 16? Wasn't it, bro? That killed Chelsea. That really did. Because them players must be thinking, "Oh shit, we can make a run here in the Champions League." Newsflash, they didn't. and now they're in a predicament of they could finish bottom half of the table as well in the Prem. It's a bit like that 2022-23 season, isn't it? But obviously Chelsea were bottom half of most of that season anyways. It's just this season.
Yeah, this season they were starting to lose form under Maresca, and he inexplicably left.
Sorry to cut you off. They're in a cup final this year, so it's better. It's much better than the last time they were in this predicament. Sorry to continue.
Indeed. Obviously, with Maresca, they started getting into bad form. He left or got sacked. I don't know about Chelsea. And then Liam Rosinia comes in. He starts off decently, and then the wheels completely fall off. He's losing every single game. Callum McFarlane has to come in for the rest of the season as an interim. Gets him to a cup final. Like you say, it's a final. It's 90 minutes or potentially 120 minutes. Obviously, City are the favourites, but you wouldn't count Chelsea out, even if they haven't won a domestic trophy since 2018, which is a long time for Chelsea Football Club. So, yeah, man, it's just it has been a shambolic Chelsea season. But if they win the FA Cup, at least that's something, you know.
Bro, this is Chelsea's run to the end of the season now, yeah? Liverpool away, City in the cup final, Spurs at home, Sunderland away. Do you know what, bro? I was thinking Chelsea are probably going to relegate Spurs. Now, I'm starting to think Spurs could bring Chelsea into the bottom half. I just don't. I don't know what's happened to Chelsea, man. They just can't find the back of the net, and they're conceding so many sloppy goals. But the penalty they conceded was a disgrace as well. I don't know what they were doing. Who in their right mind goes to pull a shirt in the box when the cross is coming into the box? Whether he gets on the end of the ball or not, why are you pulling the shirt of someone and a Forest, and then he goes down, and then it's almost a goal score opportunity, but it's luckily they weren't because it would have been a red card. It would have been a red card and 10 men Chelsea facing Forest and conceding a penalty, and then they go and score 2-0, and then Palmer misses a penalty in the second half. He taps it in, Chelsea go 3-0 down. And then João Pedro later on in the game scores an acrobatic bicycle kick goal to get them back into the game and score their first goal after 2.5 months. Crazy. You know what I mean? Crazy stuff. Crazy shit. Like, Chelsea needs to fix up for next season. If they win that FA Cup and they go into the Europa League, they need to build big time if they want to win that Europa League. And what's funny is they could have more Europa League Champions Leagues too. They've already got 2 Europa Leagues in the bag. They could win another Champions League. They could win another Europa League if they win the FA Cup next season, right? And they could win their 3rd Europa League, which would have meant they would have more Europa Leagues than Champions Leagues. But at the end of the day, the European Trophy is a European Trophy, so can't knock what Chelsea do. You know what I mean? But yeah, Chelsea have to win that cup final, man. And they can, like I said, they can still get They can still get to that Champions League spot, but it's going to be really, really tough. They need to win the next 3 games in a row in the Prem, right, to finish 6th, and hopefully that Villa get that 5th spot plus the Europa League. So we'll see. But anyways, Villa 1, Spurs 2.
Champions League is in 6 minutes, boys.
Yeah.
But
I'll just quickly read you the rest of it and then ask you another game. Just quickly speak on another game and we'll wrap it up. All right, so the results are Leeds 3, Burnley 1, Brentford 3, West Ham 0, Newcastle 3, Brighton 1. Newcastle need to win that to get to the top half of the table. Wolves 1, Sunderland 1, Arsenal 3, Fulham 0. We spoke about that one already. Bournemouth 3, Palace 0. Bournemouth could win, still unbeaten since January 3rd. Crazy scenes. They might get Europe, they might get Champions League. That's crazy. Bournemouth are in 6th. Manchester United 3. Them Scout Spin Dippers 2.
Lovely.
Aston Villa 1, Tottenham 2, and Chelsea 1, Forest 3, Everton 3, Man City 3. Last but not least, quickly speak on Spurs and then we'll wrap it up. Just quickly, let's go for like a minute or 2 on Spurs and we'll close out.
Shit performance from Villa. I've lived through this. Emery, I understand he's won trophies, but he is a bottle job. There's no hiding from that. And the fact that you've allowed Spurs to stay up is fucking disgraceful, to be honest. So thank you, mate. I don't care about rotation. That performance was absolutely disgusting. And Spurs, that was a brilliant performance. Much needed. Much needed performance from Spurs. I mean, at the end of the day, what else can you say? They've won their last 2 games and they'll probably stay up. Which, while annoying, isn't my main priority at the minute. So, you know, I can compartmentalise that at the minute. But still, great performance from Spurs. Aston Villa, sort your fucking lives up. Because that was abhorrent.
I hear you, bro. 100%.
That's it,
I
man.
think Forest, that if Forest win, that kills any hope of 6th place getting Champions League. So that could kill Bournemouth's hope of getting Champions League, Brentford, Brighton, Chelsea, Everton of getting Champions League. So, I mean, at this rate, Chelsea fans don't really care about qualifying for Champions League. I think Chelsea fans just want the message of getting Blue Co out, and I completely hear that. But if you want to get Blue Co to go, yeah, boycott, man. Chelsea have to boycott and do what they did prior, because I'm sure they've done something similar before, like empty seats and everything before, and they've had like an empty-ish sort of stadium before. So yeah, do something similar to that. But anyways, guys, we've spoken on everything. Oh, FPL, real quick, Josh, how'd you do this week? Obviously, you beat me in the cup, so big up to you and congrats.
Yep. 69 points. Should have been 81 instead if I put Sabozlai in my team instead of Morgan and Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been drawn to Agassia now. My last 3 games for that cup has been Jacques, who appears on the show often. Hasn't recently, but should do soon.
He should do. Not going anywhere.
Yeah, you and obviously Agassia now. So there you have it, man. There you have it.
And ask for anyone better to go win the cup, man. So congrats and go win the cup, man. For real. I'll be honest with you. 58 points for me this season is a stinker every week because I'll be real, bro. I don't hit this points. Carl Darlow got me 2 points. Could have had a clean sheet if Leeds kept a clean sheet against Burnley. Bloody Burnley. Gabriel 6 points. O'Reilly 1 point. Rodon got me 1 point. Cherky 5. Bruno Fernandes, my captain, got me 10. Saka, I brought him into the team, 11 points. Eze 3 points. Igor Thiago 6. Haaland 7 points. Calvert-Lewin 6 points. Scored. Dean Henderson on the bench got me 2. I don't use bench. I could use bench boost next week. Actually no, triple captain this week. There's a double game week. Alderete 4, Canva got me 0, and Wilson got me 2. So there you have it. That's the Premier League show, people, wrapped up. And make sure you guys, like I said, like, share, subscribe to Josh's channel and my channel. Let's get to 10 likes on the video. Let's get subscribing, people. If you're new around here, 1 sub to 605. Come on, 1 sub. If you're watching and you haven't subbed and you want to sub, please sub. Please sub. If you're watching from YouTube or Twitter, head over to YouTube at AN Sports 7. Subscribe, like, and share. But yeah, man, Forest, our Forest perform. Sub to Josh, sub to me. We're back on Friday for the Prem show. I'm back live on Friday for the Red Underground pod. I don't know what I'm live for tomorrow, but I'll see. I could be live again tomorrow. But if not, take care, everyone. Have a good rest of the evening. Enjoy the Champions League game. Like, share, subscribe. Last shot.
Peace. Last thoughts. Win the league and give it your all in Budapest, lads. Come on.
There you go. Enjoy, people. Take care. See you Friday.